Most of us probably associate holidays with no work, and I would generally stand by this, but the final school holidays was a bit different. And I couldn't really relax when I knew that the final exams were in a month or so, and so I couldn't just disappear for 2 weeks. At the same time, I wasn't against taking a break. And there's always going to be those polar ends. So those that study 10 hours a day without seeing any sunlight, or those that go out every day without any plan. Instead, the middle is where we want to be. And I aim to integrate a balance of focused study and relaxing starting from the final school holidays all the way to my final exams. And this kept the transition from holidays to exam as smooth as possible. And I view this transition from term 4 holidays to the final exams as the final sprint in the year 12 marathon. And of course, this depends on your personal goals and values. I was aiming for high marks to get into the course that I wanted, but this didn't mean that I locked myself indoors every day. Most people, unless you're a child prodigy, can only do about 4 hours of focused work each day. And this is where you'll get the most things done out of the time that you put in. And so around 4 hours was how much I aimed to do per day. And it might seem a lot, but when you think about it, it's just over half of a normal school day. And then after this, you can do whatever. Catch up with friends, go out, exercise. These are all things that will make your final school year much more enjoyable and memorable. So as with everything, balance is crucial. So if you just do 4 hours of focused work each day, I can guarantee that your future self will thank you when they receive their exam results. And with whatever revision you have in mind, start them now during the holidays and carry that momentum forward to your final exams. So I'll have more detailed videos covering this, but the things I did for revision is nothing groundbreaking. So it's mostly practice exams, review, and repeat. And here are also some other things that you might like to do during this time. So first, catch up with any unfinished work. Next, reflect on what you did well or not so well in. So yes, I know I didn't really like to look back on my SACs, but some of the feedback is really valuable. For example, for English assessments, I would often rewrite the essays and then submit them back to my teachers to remark. So remember that improvement doesn't just come from doing more. It comes from reviewing what you've done and then optimizing your future performance. For example, if you have a hole in your understanding, it's like having a hole in your shopping bag. No matter how many things you try putting in your bag, it's not going to be able to hold anything. So that's why we need to first mend the hole by reviewing our mistakes, and then we can start to see results. And just some other things, review your notes or organize your school materials. I would often find that I had a lot of stuff that needed to be thrown out, so lots of handouts, worksheets, etc. And I would take what's useful from these and condense them down into my notebook. That way you don't have to look at all these different resources during revision, you can just look at one book. And of course, this goes without saying, exercise and sleep routine. The holidays is a great time to start building this before your exams. So that's what I did during my term 4 holidays. Remember to stay on the grind, but also find some time to relax. And in the coming weeks, I'll have more videos about what to do for each subject during exam revision. But in the meantime, all the best and take care.